It's the first Friday in December, but we're already in the holiday spirit. For Casual Friday, Laura Kirtley joins us now live from McCord Candies in downtown Lafayette, where the famous candy canes are made. Good morning to you, Laura.
Okay, we're back in action. We've got our candy cane mix ready to go. We've done a few steps while we've been off the air, but Mike Becker's going to continue to explain what's going on here. That sugary mix that we made is now turning white.
Yep, that liquid that we had now, we cooled it down to a state where we could actually put it up on a hook and do what we're doing here. We're just kind of aerating it, let it turn more of a white color, and he's just finishing it up there. But so it's almost into the state where we can almost start molding it into candy canes.
Wow.
So now we're just continuing to, we're going to kind of shape it and get into to almost like a bread loaf.
Now over there, that what you were doing on the hook, that is really sort of an old school way of doing it.
It is.
Tradition.
And there's only a couple people or a couple businesses that still do it that way. A lot of people have adopted to the machine, which would be a lot easier, but we still tend to do it the same way.
And it's almost like he's kneading it like bread. And now another part was being mixed in with some red color, is that right?
We separated the red in between there. We took a little bit out, added the red to it, and then we'll merge the red in a second.
Okay. That's a pretty firm consistency there. Still a little warm.
Yeah, it holds it. I mean, we got to keep it warm the whole time. We'll put it next to a flame next, but it's got to stay warm to be able to mold it.
Okay. And how long does he do this for?
Just about another minute or so.
Okay. So how many people does it take to actually keep this all going? Because it seems like kind of an elaborate process with a lot of crew here.
We can do it most times with 4. It depends on the speed of the temperature and stuff like that. We usually keep 5 on hand, but everyone's doing something at all times. So.
Very cool. And now, how did you learn sort of how to make all the candy canes? Because it is almost a 100-year-long tradition.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, every previous owner taught the previous one. So, I mean, I spent a couple weeks working on it. I mean, it's about a 2 to 3 week training process, or even as we go now. So.
Okay, so and we're going to move over. And what's he doing now?
This is where we actually stripe it. We give it the color, the traditional. We have McCord's candy canes are always a solid red plus 3 small stripes in it. So this is how we get our signature stripe on there.
Oh wow! So these pieces are all still warm. It's almost like, it looks like you're working with glass.
It is. I mean, it's still warm. It's still movable. We can shape it any way we want. So that's the idea the whole way along. She can.
And now, what was it again? You said how many stripes?
We do 1 solid. It's a thicker stripe, and then we do in between. There's 3 small stripes.
Oh, that's what she's doing.
So she's adding the 3 small right now. So.
Okay.
And that's our signature stripe.
And from here, we're going to have to go send it back to the studio for now. But what exactly happens from here?
Now we put it into almost a cone state where we can actually start pulling it. We start working it to get to the diameter that we need.
Oh wow, that's pretty incredible. And from here, how long does the process take?
From here, it's about another 45 minutes or so until the end of the...
And so you're literally pulling...
We're pulling it out, just getting to get to the right size. It's kind of large now, obviously, but we kind of thin it out, and then we start making the...
I was just being impatient. Okay, now I see. Okay, so this process will continue for a while you shape it into candy canes. Okay, we'll send it back to the studio for now. We are back in action and making candy canes here at McCord Candies.
That is absolutely phenomenal, Laura. I mean,
that is
from
really
the taffy
cool.
puller-esque little hook on the wall to what they're doing
not
now.
Not this much waste usually, but...
That's so cool. Bring you a sweet edition of Casual Friday this morning. Laura Kirtley comes to us live from downtown Lafayette and McCord Candies, making up and starting to twist those candy canes this morning. Good Friday, Laura.
Good morning, Joe. That's exactly where we are. We have molded all the sugars together. It's that white color, that consistency that you would use to actually form the candy canes, and that's what's happening over here with all these little elves.
Yes.
So what exactly is happening here? It's like you're keeping it warm.
We do keep it warm. If we don't keep it warm, it turns back to the hard state. But basically, I mean, he's just now get it to the point where he can actually, he's literally pulling it to get to the right diameter that we need to bear the candy cane. So.
And the red that you had mixed in here, it makes those beautiful stripes.
Right. It's our solid and plus 3 small, so it came out pretty well.
And how thin do you pull those out, and how long?
We pull it out just about the regular cane. It's a little bit thicker than a traditional cane, but then we cut them at a 9-inch and then put the hook on from there.
And what do you do with the leftover pieces?
We actually take any scrap that we have that's more than 9 inches, we chop them up and bag them and sell them as candy cane pieces, or people whatnot can just eat and munch on.
Well, I was just eating one that was still a little bit warm, and it is awesome.
It's a lot different when they're warm, so not many people get to experience the warm ones.
Cool. Now, down here, they're actually hooking them, and how does that work exactly?
It's a 4-step process. The guy pulls it, someone cuts it. We have the third person down the line actually rolls it to get any kind of bumps out or any kind of imperfections. And then we actually have on the tail end, the person that actually puts the traditional hook on it and sets them out for cooling.
And it's almost like the sugar becomes translucent, sort of. It's kind of interesting how smooth it becomes on the outside.
It is. I mean, the smooth and then shiny is the perfect cane. So.
And how long do they need to sit up for?
Usually about 4 to 6 hours, depending on the temperature. It sets up long enough so it doesn't bend when you grab it or whatnot. So.
Mm-hmm. And you said the whole process is about 45 minutes.
About 45 minutes. We'll be doing this process right here for 45 minutes. Yeah.
Okay. It's hard to believe that it just started with some bubbling sugar.
Yeah, a little sugar and water and so forth, and presto.
And you can make different sizes as well, depending on people's custom orders.
Yeah, we get a lot of custom orders, different sizes, anywhere up to 3 to 4 feet. Anywhere from some people want them smaller, they go a couple inches, 2 or 3 inches is for miniature ones and whatnot. But we do different colors, different sizes, whatever people really want. So.
Okay, well, we'll continue on with the process here. Pretty cool. Always wondered how candy canes were made, and this is the old-fashioned way. This is handmade.
This is the way it started.
Okay, guys. I already tasted it. It's delicious.
And just to go back to the taste, Laura, it is different than the regular candy cane that I threw over my head and is now broken in pieces.
Right.
It's a little bit softer. Is that the best way to describe it?
It's a little bit softer, and I kept calling it a peppermint flavoring, and that is not what it is.
It's not. We have our own signature flavor.
Because it's not that harsh, like the bitter.
People describe it as peppermint as more of a spicy or more of a a hot flavor. I guess it's not really hot, but it's it has that little bite to it. But ours don't. So
no, they're delicious.
Smooth flavor.
Yeah.
Smooth flavor. Okay, Laura, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Amazing, like she said, a bubbling kind of cauldron into what we see at the end.
And it stays warm enough for them to still even be manipulating it. This started at the beginning of the show, so that's kind of another neat aspect of it, too.
You saw them around the heaters, though, keeping it warm.
Well, of course,
we're all going to need that sort of heat coming up this week.
Welcome back to Casual Friday. We're coming to you live from McCord Candies, where we are making a Lafayette tradition. They're candy canes, and it's quite a process. We've made the whole thing from start to finish, and right now I'm going to actually form the candy cane. Mike, you're going to explain how to do this.
We're actually going to put the hook on it now. So this is the final step. What you'll do is you'll grab the tip of it, and we're going to bend it over about 1.5 inches and make kind of a gradual, not too sudden hook. Looks good.
Oh, I think mine is a little bit closer together than yours. And oh, that looks good.
Looks good there. Looks like our traditional cane.
Okay, and then how long do these have to cool for?
Just about, once it's here, it's about 4 hours or so.
This is sort of a stress reliever, isn't it? Or a stressor.
It could, depending on.
Okay. And it looks like we're still going strong in that batch down there.
We do. We still have another half hour of canes. So.
And how many canes does that batch make?
You'll make anywhere from 250 to 300, depending on how well it pulls and how thin you get them.
Now, I got to taste these when they were warm, and that is just the
it's
best.
Unique, very unique.
But there are other products that you have, actually, that you're using the candy canes for.
We do. We've also, we branched out, and we also have, this is what we call a candy cane stir stick. We intentionally made it to, you can take it and you stir it in your coffee, hot chocolate, and stuff like that. 9 times out of 10, people just eat them. So what it is it's white chocolate flavored with our signature flavor, and then rolled in our candy cane pieces. So.
Oh, that looks delicious. And you can actually buy some of the,
And then, we also have, we started coming out a couple years ago, it's our signature candy cane hot chocolate. We take the same flavor that we use in our hot chocolate in a powder form. We've made it into a powder form and then put it into our hot chocolate mix. So.
I just had a great idea. What about this as a mocha?
It would work well, yes.
I think I might take this home. And you can actually buy it in this neat little container here, too.
Yep, that was a single serving. This is just the regular size.
Okay. So you get to enjoy the taste of the candy canes long after
That's right,
Christmas.
in all different forms.
Okay. Well, I'm going to continue hooking up some of these here. I think I might have a career.
Okay, we'll take you on.
Yes. I just
Maybe not.
Okay, guys, I'm just kidding. I am not going to quit my day job. Send it back to you guys.
What do you say after that, Laura? Oh, you should have heard the gasp from The rest of us here as the assembly line is broken by Laura Kirtley and her broken
I think
candy
it was, maybe it got too cold. Maybe
Yeah,
that's
because the
what- you know what
temperature
that
is the
means?
key, right? When it's warmer, it's obviously pliable and easier to maneuver into a cane.
Yeah, and I'm just going to eat it.
Right on the air, just go ahead and, enjoy.
It's good.
Rub it in while you're at it, Laura. Thank you very much. We
Sure.
appreciate it. Laura Kirtley having way too much fun this morning. Coming up.